Good morning on this first day of January 2024. Here we are at Department of Career Services. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and I am here to help you on your journey to a better life. Yes, that's it. No big deal. Department of Career Services, that's what we do. We help you on your journey. How do we do that? Well, we help you by providing you certain tools and showing you how to use those tools. And again, this is January 1st, first day of the year. It's a Monday in our 4-week neuroscience class. This is week 1, day 1. It's on Monday, it's on the first day of the year. Our opportunity to make things happen. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But for now, let's get right into it with our breathing exercise. Description, instructions down below for those who don't know, but we'll start it right now. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Now that I'm doing Peloton, maybe we'll start with rounding shoulders back and down, chest up, open, exhale. Yeah, that was a good one. It's probably pretty noisy back there. I've got the heater on, which I can't seem to control the temperature, and the hot pot on. We'll live through it because we run to discomfort. We run to it. Okay, so breathing exercise down. Now we're going to focus on planning for today. After the video, you have 3 other things to do. Attitude of gratitude exercise, review yesterday, examine yesterday, what did you learn from it? And 3, prepare for today, project the day, and then go do it. So now let's focus on planning. Why? What? Why? Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So plan your work and work your plan. Pretty straightforward. Now, this is the first day of the year. People talk about resolutions. So we are too, but in a different way. So down below, Darren Hardy, great thing on anti-resolutions, routines, creating routines. He references a book. This is the book he references. Best Year Yet. Living Your Best Year Yet. I purchased 3 of these. One is for Wadabebi. You can see it's high quality. Probably made thousands of them. I flipped through. So I have gotten to about there, step 1. Going through it methodically, because in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success, a lot of what he says, we also say. So I gotta say, he's a pretty smart guy. No, he's definitely a smart guy. Okay, so let's look at our worksheet, see what we got going here. Plan for today. Today plan. It's simple. Okay, you want to get ahead, you want to plan, start your plan with saying something great is going to happen to me today. Plan for something great happening to you today. It's not planning for greatness, it's just planning for something great to happen to you today. That great thing is the thing that's either going to lead forward or lead to something that will then lead you forward. Program the RAS. Darren Hardy talks about it, but he doesn't use the term reticular activating system. Okay, next thing to do to plan for today, always look on the bright side. Something great's going to happen to me today, look on the bright side. Plenty of thorns in the side out there. So We need to seek discomfort. Seek the thorn, pluck that thorn out, pluck that thorn out. Seek discomfort. Run to discomfort. Don't run from it. Run to danger. Don't run from danger, because it's going to keep pursuing you. Turn, face it. Viktor Frankl, we watched a video about this last week, I think, with the like stories of old, the gray, being chased by a wolf. Wolf will not give up. Finally decides, you know what, I'm going to face the wolf. Advice from an 80-year-old: never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. Now that's an interesting thing. So I went to well, I guess it was just 2 church services yesterday. I watched one on the internet. These are Christian churches, but it was full of New Testament non-gospel stuff. Non-gospel. No kingdom of heaven, no love. Just rules. Rules. Roxanne, rules. I think we again focus on what did Jesus say. If we're Christians, how can we not focus on what Jesus said? I would say, if somebody said, well, what about the rest of the New Testament, man? Okay, well, I would say you start with something Jesus said and you use the New Testament, other things, Paul primarily, if necessary, to support this. You don't talk about this, especially if it's connected to the Old Testament. You don't talk about this without this and call yourself a Christian. You can call yourself a follower of the law. All right, so let us move on because time is racing. We're at 7:23 in. Routines, okay. This and something I was watching on Halo this morning is about routines. We have evolved, we were created, whatever you want to use, whatever term you want to use. Routines are part of what we do. We are habit-forming people. So the idea, especially in Darren Hardy down below, which I will put in red, the idea is get rid of the bad stuff, get rid of the bad routines. Get rid of the bad routines. Good, now it's in red. No. Get rid of the bad routines. If you get rid of the bad routines, you're left with good routines, but you're also left with time to add more good routines. In the Hallow one, which is day 1 about routine, creating a routine, talks about the importance of a schedule. So one way to create routines is to sit back and create a schedule, create a list. I haven't gotten to the part yet with Darren Hardy in the book, The Best Year Yet, of how to go about creating good routines, but that's what it's about. So we're going to follow that through the year. We're going to incorporate that into our curriculum. Very simple thing, create good routines. Create good routines. Aha! Wada Bevy is there. Good morning, Wada Bevy. Had a very high temperature yesterday. Drink your emergency and your vitamin I. Vitamin I. Okay. So, let's see. Today, big day. Make it a big day. Make every day a big day. Have your list of 3 important things to do. So if we go back to our worksheet on planning, after we did the something great is going to happen to me today. Always look on the bright side, seek discomfort. Advice from an 80-year-old, never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. Three simple goals. Now, next, three simple goals for today. I've already done a whole bunch. Got up, made my bed, showered, making coffee, routine, podcast routine. Next, I'm going to do uploading to the website routine, Peloton routine, all of that by 7 o'clock. So most of the people are still going to be asleep, and I've done 5 or 6 different routines. Boom, 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 knocked them out. I have my plan for the day. I know what I'm going to do. I leave space in there. I don't cram the bag full at first. I leave a little bit of space so I can add things in. Hoping for some other important meetings today that will guide our direction. And people still asleep. Sent my texts out. Sent out my texts to see who's up. Adam and not. But that's okay, because our goal is to help people create good routines. That's what our thing is. So I think we'll modify the things that are just we're here to help you on your journey. No, we're here to help you create good routines which will help you on your journey. It's about good routines. Create good routines. Replace the bad habits with good routines. Those routines over time will become habit. How do you know when it's a habit? Well, you do it automatically, number one. Number two, you feel something's off if you don't do it. Capiche? Capiche? Are you trying to say capiche? Because when you say it, it hurts my ears. What's that from? Waiting. So we want to get Jeannie Newberry and Tonopah on these every day. To wake up. My blue heaven, ding, ding, ding. What do we have for Johnny? What's that from? What line is that from? What movie is that line from? Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for Johnny? Okay, so we're at 12:41 in. It's 6:16. Got to post this. Get on the old Peloton. Move forward. Create good routines. No, not from It's from the Jim Carrey movie Liar, Liar. In the very beginning, first 10 minutes. Also next to the claw. Nothing can stop the claw. Okay. Ha. All righty then. Okay. So, in somewhat of seriousness. Why? Because your life depends upon it. Your journey depends upon it. I think when we're at the end, we look back after we're dead, when we have an out-of-body experience, we moved on, we are now energy, we do not have any matter, we are non-baryonic. Go, oh, wow, I pursued the wrong path. It was right there in front of me, and I took this other one. It was right there. And then there were these signposts as I'm following down the trail. You're going the wrong way. What movie is that from? How do they know which way? Hey, how do they know which way we're going? No. What do you do? Okay, so I think we're going to find out pursuing the things that are not important. Why? Because if you believe that Jesus is God incarnate, Jesus is God incarnate. If you believe Jesus is God incarnate, then he laid it out really simple. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. The third one is a elevation of number 2. Love God with all your heart and soul and mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. And then later, to clarify that, love your neighbor as I have loved you. So that kind of takes it, because if you're a greedy, selfish son of a bitch, loving your neighbor like yourself might not really be the best example, right? But if you love your neighbor as Jesus loved you, that could be good. But we're at 15 minutes in, and I have to say au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir until tomorrow. Okay. And with that, we will say Shiva Sin